Hi, this is Mike Price, Senior Editor of NGWA's Water Well Journal, and welcome to an NGWA Industry Connected video. Joining me today is Carole Mahoney, Unbound Sales Growth bi-monthly columnist for Water Well Journal. Mahoney provides information that can enable you to better close sales and increase revenue for your company. Mahoney is the founder of Unbound Growth, and sales managers using her program have seen their teams reach more than 130% of their sales quotas.
The biggest issue I see with people trying to close a sale is that they haven't figured out what value for the buyer actually is. A lot of times what happens is that when salespeople enter into a conversation with a prospective buyer, they ask enough questions until they find a problem that they can solve and they stop there. Oh, you need a well drilled? Okay, we drill wells. That's what we do. And then they start launching into their pitch. They don't stop long enough to ask questions such as, all right, so you need a well drilled. Why is it important for you to have a well in this house? You know, obviously, if there's no way to get town water, they have no choice but to get a well. What kind of a well? Is an artesian drilled well important to you? Are you going to have a water filtration system with it? Other questions that I'm sure that they need to ask as far as how much water do they think that they're going to use and who's going to be testing it, all of these kinds of things. And so understanding and asking more questions, establishing what the value is for that particular person is one of the biggest reasons why people don't end up closing the sale. Because they don't ask enough of those questions to really understand how they think and what they think about things, or even what they already know about wells and drilling wells and how to maintain a well afterwards. When we don't ask those questions, we aren't able to differentiate from anyone else who drills wells. I mean, if you all drill wells, and I don't know anything different from one to the other, and this one charges $5,000 less than you do, then why should I spend more money with you? Because we haven't asked those questions that help us to determine whether our differentiating factors are important to them. I think the other reason why we don't close a lot of sales is that we rush into it. And we rush into it because we find a problem. That's a problem that we solve. Here's how much it's going to cost you. And then I don't understand why I never hear back from you again. So because they rush into it, they don't ask enough questions. They don't establish what value and differentiation is. And then they try, the standard, I'm just following up to see if you made a decision emails and calls. And we keep chasing people to try and close a deal rather than taking our time and asking questions and being thoughtful about it so that the person sees, all right, this is somebody who actually cares that I'm going to be drinking this water in my house for the foreseeable future and is actually trying to educate me a little bit about that so I can make the best decision. That's the difference in closing. It's not a tactic or a trick or anything else that you can learn. Most people focus on, I got to improve my closing skills. What they really need to do is improve on their consultative and question asking skills so that the close happens naturally because people choose you for the value that you bring.